I have always had this deep desire and knowing that I would do big and great things one day, and I would not be limited by my background. And when I say background, I'm talking about my nationality. I am a Tanzanian, and it's very sad that the narrative out there and the reputation that we have as Tanzanians is that we can never really achieve something great. I mean, it's changing, and I'm glad it is. But for years, it has been Tanzanians are cowards, timid people, are people who are scared, are people who can't really be aggressive and achieve big things. And one of the biggest jobs that we have here in East Africa, where Tanzania is part of the region, is that we can't really speak English that well. And so there's this job between Tanzanians and Kenyans that, oh, you guys don't really know how to speak English. I mean, there is a challenge, there is a problem, but I'm very glad that slowly it's changing, slowly that the current generations are changing that narrative. And for me, because of, I think, growing up in that kind of culture, even though I had the privilege and I would say grace to attend English medium schools from a very young age, from nursery school, and I'm very grateful to my father for that. He really, really believed in quality education, even if it cost him. And see, I came from that kind of environment where my dad did his best to take me to schools that were really great, that have really shaped and really built the foundation of the things that I'm able to talk about, even my fluency in English. So I'm really grateful to my father for that. But that was not enough because when you are surrounded by people who don't really who believe in something different, then it somehow overwhelms even the good, the positive. And because of that, I have self-sabotaged for years. I mean, years. I have said, I will start a podcast, I will write a book, an ebook, book not yet. I will do this and this. I will host an event. I will do a training. I mean, I have tried, but I don't really think if I did the way I was supposed to be doing it at the capacity that I know God has called me to, I think I would be so far ahead. I truly believe that. Now, not only that, the other thing is I grew up with a father, even though he was really serious. He didn't play with quality education, but unfortunately, as a human being, he had his shortcomings. One of which being that he was an emotionally absent father, and he I don't really remember the times when my dad will be. I mean, I think I can only count. I can only remember very few times. Not, I don't know. I don't want to go with the numbers, but the one time that comes to mind is when I was able to pass my Form 2 national exams, and he said, congratulations. And I think I got a side hug. And the other times, I don't really remember. I remember when I was in class 4 and I had shifted from another school, and so I went to the new school. I did really well. My first term there, I became the first one with the highest average. So I held the first position out of a class of maybe 30 students. I don't remember that well. And my father came to take the report on closing day. I don't really remember him applauding, praising me for doing that, and I didn't really think I would remember that until yesterday when I was trying to, draft the notes that I of what I will be sharing on this video, and it's I even cried. I was like, "Oh my goodness, Holy Spirit," because it can only be the Holy Spirit who would remind me such something like that, something that I really buried deep, deep, deep down, and I thought I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think anything of it. I thought I had forgotten about it, and oh my goodness. I really wondered as a child. I remember wondering, like, why is that not saying anything? I did really well. I am the newcomer who came here, did so well, led in average, in position. What's going on? But because also my dad was very strict, very strict, very strict. I don't know how much I can emphasize on that. And he can be harsh, really harsh. And because of that kind of environment, I didn't really express like Baba is father, is the Swahili word for father. Like Baba, I did well. Why are you not saying anything? And aren't you proud of me? So I just kept these thoughts to myself in my mind. And I remember once again when I finished Form 4, and I finished Form 4 in 2010, and it's one of the hardest years. Um, Many people really failed and they didn't really do well, and I did my best, got a division 2, and my dad was not proud of that. I mean, in a year where many people failed, he wasn't really proud. In fact, there was an issue which I'll not get into that right now, and that really hurt me. I remember now as a teenager, I was like, why? I was really angry. Why can't he see that I did my best? I tried. Yes, I did not get the highest division, division 1, but I did my best, and I'm going to high school because of this. So it really, and I remember again, now this doesn't have to do with him, but when I was in university, I had this friend who I shared with her. And it's funny how I don't remember what exactly I shared with her, but it was something that had to do with doing something on a global scale, like doing something which would have a global impact, something that would reach like the Western world. And this was back then when Instagram was just coming out, I think. And this girl told me, Upendo, I don't think those are things that can really work here in Tanzania. Like, those are things that can work outside there. I mean, meaning that someone from the outside world had the ability to impact, have a global impact, but not someone as me, who is a Tanzanian here, having a global impact. That's what she meant. And I don't think it really hurt me. Okay, it did, I think, but I didn't really think much of it until a few years later. Uh, I was like, she doesn't believe I can do this. But that's to say that for years I have known that I wanted to do things that would be on a global scale. And fast forward, it's 2019, I think that's when I got on YouTube. And I've been on and off and on and off. But right now, I was like, you know what? I am doing this. I am sharing the messages that God put inside of me. I am sharing whatever He wants me to say. And so I think that's to say that it's very important that you surround yourself with an environment, people who really believe in you, who want to see you, who believe in your dreams, who believe in the things that you say you want to pursue. And unfortunately, sometimes the people closest to us are the people who don't really care that much about the things we want to do. They don't pay attention, they don't affirm what we want to do. So yeah, I think I get why I sabotaged myself. And because of that, I think I reached a point. I mean, it has been a sequence of events. These are just some of the events that are really, I could remember that really had a negative impact on me. And so, a sequence of such events, eventually, I think I decided, you know what, I don't really think I can be the open door that I hear here inside me, who wants to come out, who wants to unleash the things that God has placed in her. And I stopped caring because I thought, no, I don't care. I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't be all that. Yeah. Um, I think this led me to stop caring, and waiting for the applaud, and kind of relaxed and stopped pushing myself to become the person that I knew I could become, because I knew that I knew deep down, I knew the greatness that God has put inside of me. And that's the only explanation I have in mind, that I could that's the only way I could make sense of why I knew I had great things. And sometimes when I shared with the people who showed an interest of the things that I was doing, they would be like, Upendo, you're so good. You're so good with your words. You're so good with um I don't again I'm here trying to, I think I'm trying to hide. You're so good with what you write. With I remember at some point I had a blog that I wrote in Swahili, and I talked about purpose. And from time to time, someone would just call me, because I left my phone number there. Someone would just call me and be like, "Thank you so much for what you wrote about purpose." I mean, people would tell me the way you spoke to me, the way you encouraged me. Wow, you shared this with me. It really lifted up my spirit, my soul. And even though the few people would tell me that, I just didn't believe in it, because I think I craved to hear that from my father, and unfortunately, I did not get that. So, for the longest, I think I've been someone who's not comfortable with sharing the greatness that God has put inside of me, out of fear, out of what will people think of me, what will people say about me. Oh, they'll think, oh, she thinks she's all that. Who does she think she is? Well, I'm over that right now, I think, because I think in one of my videos, previously, maybe the past 2 days, I said, I am coming for everything that God told me to do. I am becoming the woman that He created me to be, and I am all that I think I am. And I think I'm in that era where I'm like, who do I think I am? But yet I am going to do it anyway. And because I thought, so the hide back to the hiding, I thought no one would really care, that it wasn't important, because I think for years maybe it was dismissed, maybe because it was not validated. And I'll talk more on how I'm getting out of that self-sabotage rut. Um, because again, if I can say, it's not other people's job to validate you, but as a child, you really, really crave and want that from your parents. So yeah. So what did I resort to do because of that? I resorted to hiding, just like the servant who was given 1 talent by his boss. I hid, and and in the times where I felt a really strong pull to share the messages, the things that God put inside of me, I would do, but I would be I would be inconsistent, and but still I hid most of me, like 90% of me. I really hid. Okay, maybe not 90, maybe 80 or 85 or maybe 70. I don't know. I'm not really good with numbers, but I hid the most of Upendo, instead of sharing her with the world. So, how am I getting out of this self-sabotage rut? And maybe this can help you too as well. And number one, through obedience. I know it might seem like, oh, I thought you'd say something, big. No. One, the first thing, obedience. Not as simple as that, but I don't know how to describe it, but obedience to God, to the ideas, to the things that He has put inside me, the messages, the my story, what He tells me to share right now. I am not holding back. I am not holding back. I have started paying more attention to the ideas or messages that God puts in my heart to and share them, instead of wondering like, oh, maybe this is not so great, oh, maybe they won't like this, oh, what would they think about me when they see this, what would they say about me, like, I have stopped I have decided to just obey. Just God gives me a message, I write it down, I work on it. And especially now because I am on a journey to daily posting here on YouTube for 100 days. And let me tell you something, the relief that comes with saying yes to Him, saying yes to God is unmatched. I can't really explain it because some I feel like, oh, I am on God's good side. I'm not to be performative, but I just feel good that I'm finally obeying Him, and obeying Him frees me. Yeah, gets that pain who was hidden out, so that I can be me. I can be the person that He created me to be. And that relief also is what gets me through the hard days, because I will not sit here and tell you that, oh, it's easy, it's okay, you just obey no. There are hard days. There are days where I battle with the fact, oh my goodness, why are there why are not why are people not viewing, no, why are not, why am I, Holy Spirit, please help me. Why am I not getting many views? Why is it just a few people? And one of the things that I have been learning from the YouTube creators community is that, listen, for example, I get 14 views. Listen, that is 14 people inside my room listening to me. I think when I think of it that way, then I'm like, oh, this is great. I am doing something. And again, it's about obedience. It's not about, oh, I did my part, so let me see the outcome. Let me see the results right now. Let me see 5,000 views. Let me see 100,000 views. No, it's about me doing my part. The obedience is about me doing my part. And one of the scriptures that I got shared with me, this was in 2019, and I normally have my NLT version Bible here, but I didn't really like the way they translated it, and I liked the New King James Version better, so I'm going to read it here. It says, it's from Proverbs chapter 10, verse 26. It says, as vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy man to those who send him. Listen, this scripture, when I read it for the first time, it really convicted me. But somehow, it convicted me, and it led me to starting a podcast back then in what app was that? I think it was Anchor FM, which was later, I think, uh maybe sold to Spotify. I'm not sure, and it became Spotify for creators. I no longer use it. That is one of the scriptures that really got me up, and I said, you know what, I am doing this. But it really convicted me that, listen, you're really irritating God with you not doing what He has called you to do, what He has created you to do. So I'm encouraging you as well. Please choose to obey. And I'm telling you, the obedience comes with so much freedom and satisfaction, even. Okay, so the second way I'm getting out of the self-sabotage rut is giving myself permission. Yes, saying yes to Upendo, saying yes to me. I have decided that I'm no longer going to wait for the applause, the validation, the affirmation, the approval, the encouragement, the motivation, the inspiration, even from other people. Listen, I'm not going to wait like the class four, the form four, the university me, and just the younger Upendo who waited for approval, for validation, for the congratulations, you did well, my daughter. Nope, I'm not going to wait for that. I think now that I've grown up, I have understood why my father behaved the way he behaved, and I've already forgiven him, and I give him so much grace. Now it's no longer about, oh, I'm waiting for this from God. Listen, I have a father in heaven. I'm remembering the song now. I have a father who has never failed me. I have a father who has never failed me. Jesus is my father who has never ever failed me. Rock of ages, never fails me. I mean, I don't know why they're saying Jesus is my father, but maybe to rhyme, I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. But listen, I have a father now. I'm a child of God. John 1:12 says, I am his child because I have believed and received Christ in my life. God's approval, God's validation is all I need to become the woman that he created me to be. His approval is all I need to build what I know he's calling me to build. Saying yes to the woman God created me to be, who has been held back for so many years. Ah, oh, how I have not done right by the younger Opendo. Oh my goodness. Listen, people might not understand your journey, and it's okay. It's not their journey to understand. Joseph's siblings and parents didn't understand the dreams that God put inside of him, the dreams of who he would become. But did he give up? I mean, maybe he had moments of despair, but he did not stop doing, did not stop believing, did not stop even operating in the gifts that God had given him. Sorry. Yeah. It doesn't have to make sense. Just do it anyway. Just do it. Listen, there are even many great men and women of God in the Bible who did things that people didn't understand them. They're like, what? And you won't be the first. You won't be the first. You won't be, just be encouraged by the fact that you won't be the first. So many people have gone ahead of you and done that. So if they did it, you can do it too. They are basically there to show you that to show you the evidence that if they did it, you can do it as well. And the other thing about giving myself permission is, if I can be honest, doing what I'm doing, recording this video, sharing the messages that God put inside of me. Oh my goodness. I feel exhilarated. I feel exhilarated. I feel so joyous. I feel so confident. Even though I don't know, I'm not perfect, but I feel so confident. I feel so good. I mean, I could read the satisfaction that I get from doing this. I could literally not do any other thing else, any other thing, and it makes my day. Is it easy? No. Setting up a phone, tripod, oh, am I in the frame, record, test recording, da, 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 da. It can be challenging, can be frustrating. I mean, the past, I think on day 3 and day 5, no, I think day 2 and day 4, my phone was so full, my phone storage was full, and it stopped recording in the middle of the video, and I had to continue, like, so it paused. I mean, it stopped recording. I had to delete the things that were in my storage, and then I had to continue the video as if I'm continuing. It's frustrating, but guess what? When I do it, I feel so good. You can tell me nothing. When I get out of this chair, when I finish recording this video. So, and honestly, if I feel myself. I feel like me. I feel like Upendo when I let out that young Upendo. When I let out that Upendo inside me, who keeps dreaming, who keeps imagining. So you're not crazy for the things that you see. You're not crazy. And the third thing, the third way how I'm getting out of the self-sabotage rut is I am doing it anyway and anyhow. I don't care. I don't care. I've had to remind myself, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I am going to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyhow. One of the things that I've been learning recently is done is better than perfect. Because for years I would be like, oh, I have to be in a really quiet place. See, as I'm recording right now, there's someone out there fetching water at the tap, and I don't know if the sound will come in the video because I mean my very small mic here has noise reduction, not cancellation, noise reduction, but it works pretty great and I'm grateful for that. But I have stopped caring. I have stopped caring for waiting for the perfect conditions, perfect environment, perfect timing. That is not going to happen. The book of Ecclesiastes talks about, is it the book of Ecclesiastes? I'm not sure if it's from that book. I'm not sure, but there's a scripture that talks about there is no perfect time, like the perfect wind, the perfect weather for someone to plant. Maybe you can remind me that in the comments. But yeah, I have stopped waiting for things to be perfect for me to share the messages that I know God is calling me to share. And as you can see, my videos are very little. They have the least editing. I mean, I don't do much when it comes to editing because I'm trying to uncomplicate the process as much as I can, like Glow Atanmo likes to say. Uncomplicate the process. I don't know what's that for you. I don't know what it is. Maybe you can share in the comments what is holding you back from doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. And let's help each other out. I'll respond to the comment. So I'm trying my best not to complicate because the other thing is I hate editing. I don't like editing. I really don't like editing. I like to talk, to speak. That's what I like to do, to write. But editing, no, no, no. I don't like it. So I told myself I will keep doing and being showing up and doing my best. And I believe throughout this journey, I am learning. I am becoming a better person. I am becoming a better speaker. I am becoming um, better with sharing what I know God is calling me to share, doing what I know He's calling me to do. Because guess what? Right now, like I said, I'm on a YouTube challenge, 100 days of posting, and I'm on day 6. Yay! 94 days to go. And I truly believe I'll be finishing on November the 24th. I believe I'll be a different person then. And I believe come August 2027, God willing, I will not be the open I am right now. I'll be different. So while what I'm building might not be perfect, but I truly believe I'm becoming a better person through the process. The journey is shaping me, it's transforming me, it's helping me become better, doing things better. Okay? And let me tell you, as much as I'm saying I don't care anymore, and I try my best to tell myself, please, Upendo, stop caring. Sometimes I'm scared. Sometimes I'm like, who do I think I am? But I'm really grateful for God's, and this has to be God. This has to be God. Upendo, who is really shy, and deep down, I'm a shy person. I'm a shy person, but I stopped caring. So sometimes I'm scared. Sometimes I'm shy, but I'm like, you know what? I have decided I no longer care. I don't care. I don't care. And I need you to tell that to yourself. Tell yourself, so and so, stop caring. I don't care. Yes, your coworkers will see the video. Yes, your employee might potentially see the video or whatever you're doing. I don't care. Stop caring. This is about you. It's not about someone else's life. This is your journey. It's yours to experience, not anyone else. Okay? Honestly, if you really think about it, now that I've shared the 3 things that are helping me getting out of the self-sabotage rut, it's really about obedience and becoming the woman that He created and intended me to be. Let's read from the book of Psalm 139, verse 16. This is what it says. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed. Listen, there is a version of you that God created and intended for you to become. There is that version of you. Please do not dismiss her or him. Please do not hide that version. Please do not sabotage yourself from the life that you could have had if you simply said, Yes, Lord, and yes to yourself. And just focus. Stop caring about what everybody else is thinking and saying. And that is why you just can't let, there are certain ideas, imaginations that have never left your mind. I don't know, maybe since you were a child, ever since you were, I don't know, a teenager. It's not by chance. There is a reason why you have certain ideas, interests, and imaginations that have never left your mind. Please work on them, implement them, execute them. And you don't know what, and you have no, you just, it just might take you somewhere so great, so amazing. So here's to me, Upendo, going after everything I know God created me to be. Here's to me honoring the young Upendo who knew she had great big ideas, but somehow, because of the environment she was in, she wasn't able to achieve those. And here's to me saying yes to God, saying yes to myself, and stop caring. And here is to you as well. Stop caring. Just go after it. Go for it. Please do not hold back. Okay? If you'd like someone to talk to regarding what you know you want to do with your life, what you could be doing with your life, please email me. My email is in the description box. Okay? Thank you so much for sharing. I'm sorry, not for sharing, for watching. And please share as well. If you know this would bless, would finally get someone out of the rut, would give someone a good start to doing and going for the things that they know they should be doing and going for, by all means, please share this with them. And please share your comments below. I'd really, really like to hear and learn from you. Subscribe as well and like. Thank you so much. Bye.